everyone, my name is Jill and I work at the West End Branch Library. Today I'm here to share a story with you called I'm Gonna Have a Good Day. And this story was written by Paula Johnson-Neal and illustrated by Tyrus Gaucher. Each morning on the ride to school, Gabby's mother pleaded with her to have a good day. "Gabby, I really need you to have a good day at school," sighed her mother. Gabby boringly replied, "I'm going to have a good day, Mom." "Great, we will celebrate with ice cream tonight. You may choose one flavor," said her mother. Gabby lit up with excitement and pondered which flavor to choose during the remainder of the ride to school. "Good morning, Gabby," said Mrs. Beetle. "Mrs. Beetle, I'm going to have a good day," replied Gabby. Mrs. Beetle was not convinced. She had heard this many times before. Still, she replied, "Gabby, I'm glad to hear this. Please put away your coat." Gabby put her coat in her cubby. Then she scanned the classroom for something to do. Instantly, she spotted Max feeding Bucky the classroom goldfish. Gabby hurried over to Max. "I want to feed Bucky. Give it to me," demanded Gabby. "No," said Max. Gulp. Gabby grabbed Bucky's food. "No, give it back," shouted Max. "Mine, mine!" Mrs. Beetle hurried over to the children arguing. "Max's job is pet helper today, Gabby. Please return Bucky's food to Max," said Mrs. Beetle. "Oh, I never get to be the pet helper," said Gabby. "You will need to wait for your turn. Please take your seat on the carpet for circle time," said Mrs. Beetle. Gabby watched Max finish feeding Bucky before she knocked over the fishbowl. The fishbowl and Bucky went crashing loudly to the floor. "Oh no, Bucky!" cried Max. Mrs. Beetle quickly picked up Bucky and placed him in the water table. Soon after, Mrs. Beetle turned her attention to Gabby. "That was not okay. Please take a time out," she said, while pointing to the thinking chair. "But it was an accident," said Gabby. Mrs. Beetle continued to point at the thinking chair. Gabby yelled, "I'm gonna have a good day! I'm gonna have a good day! I'm gonna have a good day!" As the school day continued, Gabby made trouble of every kind. "Am not," said a tearful Timothy. "Art you a poopy face?" teased Gabby. Mrs. Beetle pointed to the thinking chair while stating to Gabby, "Time out." Gabby yelled, "I'm gonna have a good day! I'm gonna have a good day! I'm gonna have a good day!" After lunch, Gabby pulled Sophia's chair from underneath her, causing Sophia to land on the floor. Gabby laughed uncontrollably while Sophia burst into tears. Mrs. Beetle comforted Sophia and instructed Gabby to apologize. Gabby walked away from Sophia, refusing to apologize. By the end of the day, Gabby left many of her classmates hurt and in tears. During recess, Gabby noticed a group of children playing a game of Duck, Duck, Goose. Gabby ran over to the children. "I want to play," demanded Gabby. "No, you're not having a good day," replied the children. Gabby's eyes filled with tears as she slowly walked away with her head and shoulders hanging low. She spotted Mrs. Beetle and sat down beside her. "No one likes me," said a tearful Gabby. "Your friends like you," said Mrs. Beetle. "They don't like the things you do." "What things?" asked Gabby, sobbing. "Today, all of the things that made you laugh made your friends cry." "But I was just playing," said Gabby. Mrs. Beetle wiped the tears from Gabby's eyes. "Tomorrow, if you really have a good day," she said, "I believe your friends will allow you to play." Gabby rested her head on Mrs. Beetle's arm and watched her friends laugh and play. Later, Gabby's mother arrived at pickup. "Mommy, I had a good day. Can we get ice cream?" said Gabby, hugging her mother. Max and Sophia ran up to Gabby and her mother, shouting, "No, she didn't." "Did too," shouted Gabby. Mrs. Beetle hushed and returned Max and Sophia back to their play. "Gabby, please get your coat while I speak with Mrs. Beetle," said her mother. "Okay, Mom," said Gabby nervously. Gabby's mother displayed disappointment as Mrs. Beetle continued to share all of the trouble she created throughout the day. Gabby's mother apologized to Mrs. Beetle and took hold of Gabby's hand. "Gabby, you did not have a good day. It's dinner and bed for you tonight. Let's go." That evening at bedtime, Gabby watched the look of disappointment and sadness on her mom's face as she shared her conversation with Mrs. Beetle. "Gabby, no! How could you be so hurtful to your classmates?" "I was just having fun," said Gabby. "Gabby, there's no fun in hurting and making others cry. I'm so disappointed in you. It's late and I'm tired. I will share your punishment with you tomorrow, and you will apologize to your entire class." "But they don't like me," said Gabby. "If they hurt and made you cry, would you like them?" said her mom. Gabby became quiet and then answered, "No." "Exactly," said her mom as she stood up to leave. "Mom," whispered Gabby. "Yes, Gabby." "I'm sorry I made you sad. I'm really going to have a good day tomorrow." Gabby's mom continued to stand while gazing down at her sleeping. She wondered if tomorrow would be a better day. Gabby yawned and quietly fell asleep. The end. Thank you for enjoying that story with me. I hope that it gave you some things to think about in relation to your classmates and your friends. Parents, if you want to check the video description, we're going to include some resources on how to help your child if you think that they might be bullying others. Thank you so much.